all over the world. Good evening, the great people of Africa, the land of Eden, all over the world. I welcome you to today's enlightenment, and we call on the Almighty God. We call on Yehoshua. We call on Yahweh Sabaoth. We call on the God of Israel. We call on the God of Abraham to come and give us knowledge, to give us wisdom, to be able to enlighten our people and plant in them the seed of understanding and decolonize the mindset of our people in Africa. Make the people of Africa to realize that they are the best among the best, but it was stolen from them. Open the eyes of the common people to understand the suffering that they are going through. Open their mind to make them to understand that freedom is the only heaven that we have been preaching about. That is why they will never give you freedom. Through Yehoshua's name, amen. The great people of Africa, as you can see around the world, there is chaos everywhere. There is many things happening around the world. And I know that so many people will be expecting it to be better, will be expecting tomorrow to be better. For tomorrow to be better in your life is that you find your identity. For tomorrow to be better, you find your identity. Because the book is fulfilling. The book is fulfilling. We must go back to the root that God gave to you. You must go back to that root. Otherwise, as the chaos is expanding every day in the world, as the story is changing every day in the world, as that it has become a normalcy around the world, it is not telling us anything. Actually, the people I am talking about is these leaders of Africa. These these leaders of Africa who can never see, who does not care about anything. They don't care about their anybody. The only thing they cared about is promises, the promises that these Europeans made with them, the promises they made to them, the promises of immunity, the promises of housing abroad, the promises of protection, the promises of fame. These are the promises that made them sell you and I out to the hands of the enemy. Do you know why they keep doing this? Because they know when they oppress you, the enemy who sent them to oppress you are the ones you are going to run to. That's how it is. When they oppress you, the person you are going to run for their help or for their aid are the same people who send them to oppress you. That's why they have taken away your voting right. That's why they always call you the minority. You will never make it in this quest of freedom if you are depending on other people to fight your battle. If you are depending on other people to be the one to say it, God gave everybody understanding. If you are waiting for me to come and say it while you know it, you will die knowing it because you don't want it. Maybe you are so scared that it might implicate you, you might lose your life. What is life? What is life without life? What is life without living? What is life always surviving? Is that life? There is no life without freedom. The only people who knew and understood this are your colonial masters. There is no life without freedom. So that's the reason why they keep creating your people to oppress you, that you may run to them for your aid. As you can see what is happening with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. He was supposed to go get a consular help from British High Commission in Nigeria. No Western citizen has ever spent the amount of time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have spent in a holding cell in Nigeria. No Western citizen who will be abducted and he's going through what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through in Nigeria today. No Western citizen. Because you cannot prosecute a Western citizen without evidence. And you can never take away his human right. You can never take away his freedom of associate or freedom of, you can never take away a freedom for him to associate with people. You can never seclude him from people. It is only because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking the truth, and the truth is the only thing that is going to set you free. That's the only reason why he does not have that immunity as a British citizen. And that's the only reason why Miss Ketrona Lang came to lie to you, to tell you we are giving him a consular help. Why? Where the hell is that consular help coming from? Is it the consular help that you are giving him? Where is the consular help with your advice to these people who call themselves leaders of Nigeria, flaunting themselves are in around abroad? Leaders. Leaders indeed, because these leaders are in your control. I want to show you something. Welcome back, the great people of Biafra. We are fighting, we are grappling actually with the network. We didn't have a voice on Facebook, but I believe that we have a voice now on Facebook. We have a voice now on Facebook. We must continue. We must continue. The thing I was saying before I was interrupted is, why don't the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu start their media protest that they want to see their leader, their family member? They can start a media protest led by the wife, because this is a with the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She must tell the world how she is feeling. She must tell the world that Nigeria kidnapped her husband and then took him away from people to see him. And knowing that many people, he is a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is not just a common man. He is not just a common man. Because this issue of integrating terrorists into the society of Nigeria, supposed to tell the world, supposed to give a ground to the family member of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to request a release of, or to request a video clip, or to request a voice message. Because if Barrister Ejiofor want to do that, I know he can. If he truly want to get the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or get a video of him, I know he can. I know he can. But what is holding him? What is stopping him? One thing: the manipulations of the enemy to make you to lose your minds, to make you to lose your mind, to give them a reason. The reason why I am saying this, you see, so many hoodlums on social media are coming, countermounting what this struggle, trying to hijack the leadership of this struggle. I am not saying that the leadership of Biafran struggle are compromised. There are hoodlums that are trying to hijack this leadership of this struggle by making your heart, by bringing you a bad news against the people on the ground controlling this. They keep bringing you a bad news to take your mind away from instruction, to make you to begin to act like animals, because to make your emotion get the best of you. But at some point, people's emotion will get the best of them in a situation like this. You should not let this battle go cold on the media. Wherever you are, whomever you are, if you know how to talk, pick up your phone. If you know how to complain it, if you know how to remind people that they should not let this media prosecution and media war be lost to Nigeria. You must remain resolute. When you begin to hear from unfamiliar people telling you this, telling you that, because all those people that was expelled in the IPOB, that was expelled in the struggle because of their wickedness and their greediness, I know they have friends inside the leadership of IPOB, but that is not what I am here for. Because you must treat the matter arising as it occur. Because these people that we are talking about, these propagandous people, these people in the likes of Asari Dokubo, he's gone cold. No one is hearing from him anymore. But he's on the ground, pressing his own buttons. And their hoodlums are on the social media, trying to take your mind away from what you are fighting for, trying to put your mind into where is the Biafran money going, where is the fund going, this and that, instead of you putting pressure on the lawyer that always tell you that he sees Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every time he come to tell you he saw our leader, or he saw your leader. That's where you're supposed to be, to start channeling your energy to make sure that he take a video of your leader, to make sure that he takes a picture of your leader. I am not saying that the leader might be dead. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is still alive. He is still alive. But I never say in how many pieces. Because most important thing that you need to be realizing about the manipulations of British and the Nigeria is for them to get away with anything they do. It is very easy. It is very easy. If you don't have brain, you have conscience. If you don't have conscience, you have humanity. If you don't have humanity, it means you are animal. That you would not understand the work of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done for the people in Nigeria. That someone will rise up instead of us channeling his energy to stand in solidarity with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, whom is recognized by the masses on the ground, that without him will be led astray. These same people come to tell you where is the money they have been donating. These people, some of you, this is a crowdfunding. This is the problem of many Biafrans. This is a problem of many Biafrans. It's true that it is important to be accountable when you are dealing with a nation. It is very important to be accountable when you are dealing with a nation. Do you know what is happening in Afghanistan? It's like when war is coming, you are telling president, give me account of what you have been doing all this while, instead of finding a way to defend yourself, and you are calling on your president to give you accountable, to be accountable of what they've been doing. Are you okay? No, you're not right. You are colonized. Is the being accountable right now more important than the freedom of the only person who know how to make a command and it becomes a divine? Is the freedom better than the shepherd of this sheep called the Biafrans? That's why. Do you think when you don't take anything serious, do you think your lawyer is going to take you serious? Do you think your lawyer does not have other cases to attend to? They have other cases that they must attend to. They have their life that they must live. Likewise, you that is saying give accountable or give, what were you doing with the money? You're supposed to put a pressure to that lawyer that you are sure that IPOB are paying to do his job. Supposed to put pressure on him, but you are not resolute. You are not formidable. You are very, it doesn't take you time to forget. Just because the characteristics of evolution of a human being told you that adaptation is the primary character of a human being that is being colonized. You can never be adapted. You can never adapt into a situation of war. You need to keep running. If you relent, you are cut off. Then you adapt in your grave. If you have the opportunity of burial, that's what it is. You don't need to adapt. You don't need to forget so soon. Don't take your mind off the game. Do not take your mind off the game, off your enemy. Do not get driven by material things. Do you know why it is very important when in the 1960 it was going to be very important in 1960 when British claimed that they have given you all your independence? If you have demolished whatever they have built, whatever they have laid, whatever foundation they have laid, and rebuild it from the mindset of new technology, they will never come tomorrow to tell you that they own you. Or we are having a reception problem again. But you forget soon. You are you want to see where the money is. You want to see who is in charge. Do you need to see who is in charge? You have a brain, you have mind to reason. If there is something that is being told to you, you have mind to reason. You have your mind to know when someone is being bought over. You have your mind to know when someone is being bought over. It is only because we always want to make it easy. We always want to make it easy. We don't want to. We don't want to. The generation of this era don't want to work hard to get what they want. You want to make it easy for yourself all the time. And that is the reason why actualization of Biafra is the last miracle on earth. Because you want it to come easy. The people who pin you down, as you can see, The same people who are pinning you down, they have what it takes. They have the media, they have the resources, they have the power, they have the principle, they have everything on their side. The only way that you are going to come out is to use the principle that they laid against them. Reverse psychology. The principle they laid. You have freedom of speech. You have freedom of expression. You have freedom of saying yes and no. Above all, above all, you have freedom to be a fan of someone. And being a fan of somebody, no one has right to stop you from seeing this person, even if they are arrested. Or no one stops a family member of anybody to see someone who is in holding cell or in prison. Rather, they will regulate. There will be a regulation. Maybe you are not allowed to go in there with your phone because you might give him a phone. But you are allowed to go in there with you can put your earpiece, a recording device, to record your conversation. Say the date and time when it is happening while you are at it. Because what they don't want you to have a device you can put on your hearing aid or your mouthpiece as a hearing aid. You get in. No one has right to start peeping inside your ears to see what you are wearing in your ears. You can make a record. Meanwhile, there's supposed to be cameras where visitors are seeing their clients or their family members that are in holding cells of police. Maybe it is different from that side. At least you can request a footage to show the people you are representing. Let me be honest with you, Barrister Ejiofor. In Nigeria, there is nothing called there is there you are romancing Nigeria. You are writing a love letter to Nigeria. Nigeria does not understand love letter. The only language that Nigeria understands is action. The only language is Nigeria understands is, do you have a plug to spark up the light? That's the language they understand. You won't tell me that no DSS, no DSS that you know that will be able to do that to you, for you, to clear the atmosphere, to make people not to make a mistake. Because the way you are approaching these things, you are approaching these things that one day people will lose their mind and millions are going to fall. You are not safe as well. I haven't said that you are compromised, because you know the result. You know the end game of being compromised. Nobody needs to tell you the end game of being compromised. You know it yourself. Are you playing politics? You are already known. As far as you are Biafran IPOB lawyer, you are already known by the whole world. Because it seems like you are trying to get known the more instead of focusing on the bigger picture that will understand that Nnamdi Kanu made a right decision and that Nnamdi Kanu made a right call by making you the head counsel. And you must understand, most of those lawyers who claim they want to represent Nnamdi Kanu, some of them, they were there to get a media fame. Some of them, they were there to know if Nigeria will call them to bribe them. And some of them are being bribed already. They are being bribed already. And you keep seeing how this media war or media protest is dying off slowly. It is dying off slowly because of those hoodlums. Those hoodlums that keep telling you that you must request for them to give account of what they're using the money, the $20 that you are donating, the $10 that you are donating. It is quite important to request for account, but don't do the wrong thing, the right thing at the wrong time. You shouldn't do the right thing at the wrong time, because that's what you are engaging yourself into. If you see Africa, like when you see South Africa, the projection of their colonial is only to make them, it just channel them that they should keep fighting those people who have the same color as them, that they should keep fighting those people who look like them. They should keep fighting their images and call them the foreign national and call them that Africans. While the people of other nation, they are colonialists, will keep exploiting them while engaging them into a wrong battle. They're buying time to take everything they own. They're buying time to bring corruption. They're buying time to plant their seed. They are buying time to overshadow you, to overtake you while you are still asleep. That's what a lot of people in Africa don't understand. You do not understand that the way they do it is they channel your mind into something else that does not matter, even though that thing is very, very attractive. They put your mind there for you to forget what you're supposed to stand for. And that's how they've been winning. That is how they've been winning in Africa. They know you forget so soon. They know you forget so quick. And they keep using this strategy. Do not let these hoodlums to hijack this solidarity protest. Do not let this hoodlum to bring a media chaos into the struggle. Because if you are confused in the media, you are going to be feeding the people on the ground rubbish information. That's why you must be resolute. You have your mind to reason. Do not listen to these people that are fighting for money. Listen to the people who are putting every measure into place to make sure that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is released from that hell. That the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is released from that hell that has been placed into. because that is our goal. That is the aim. That is the plan. If you don't have a land, you won't have. If you don't have a land and you are fighting for a mattress, where are you going to keep that mattress to sleep? If you don't have a land, where are you going to place your mattress to sleep? Because you don't have a land, but you are fighting for a mattress. Instead of fighting for a land, first, you guys are taking your minds away from the struggle because you are allowing those hoodlums to hijack the struggle. But my advice to the council of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the legal council of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is to file a bail application and then give us the decision of the court. Present it before the court day. Give us the decision of the court. Even if they don't bring him again, because Nigeria is, they do what they want. When it comes to Nigeria, the code bends for every leaders. When it comes to Nigeria, the ISIS doesn't exist. The ISIS court doesn't exist. When it comes to Nigeria, United Nations take long to respond. When it comes to Nigeria, African Union are muted. Because you know why? Nigeria have the money to sort everybody out, but Nigeria is still borrowing. They have the money to keep everybody quiet, but they are still borrowing. They don't have the money to put electricity. They don't have the money to build a hospital where Buhari will be running in and out of. They don't have the money to build a good road. But they have the money to fly themselves abroad. This is to show you when they told you the president visited Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his house in UK. It simply tells you one thing. They are sorted. If this kind of things, if things like the things that are happening in Afghanistan, if those type of things, if they happen, do you know what they will do? If things like that happen, where people are even running after a moving plane, the first in history, they have broken the record. Running after a moving plane. These are the things that you are waiting for it to happen. Because this thing, do you know why it is happening here? It is happening here because they never understood that the people who they were handed over to, the way Nigeria is in the hand of a pilot called British, and they are the same people whom was handling Afghanistan. They are the same people who led Afghanistan to be swallowed by Talibans. They are the same people who let them, who ran away, evacuate their people from the same Afghanistan. Do you know Afghanistan have 1,300 resources, 1,000 natural resources, 1,300 natural resources. That's why that place never had peace, and it will never have peace. And the same faith is the same faith planned for Nigeria. But thanks to Mazen Kano, that he opened the eyes of many of you to attend to the present things. He opened the eyes of many, many of these governors, many of these representatives. I'm going to show you a video that I came across as well today, because I'm just going to play it in the background so that it doesn't take a lot of, doesn't bring constraint to our network. Your leaders eventually started realizing that Fulani are foreigners in Nigeria, that Fulani are wanderers in Nigeria, that Fulanis are the killers in Nigeria. Listen to this.
To say anything until I heard certain things on this floor, and I felt that we needed to clear that. I'm an Igbo man, and our people say that when the traditional healer,
the only man
is
who stands in the
medicine for the eye, that he shouldn't find pepper nearby, because any pepper that goes to the eye means that that medicine will not work. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I want to talk specifically on the matter of whether people were being sent away. No Nigerian is being sent away from anywhere.
Imagine a whole government is now making a claim against their followers that people are being chased away out of the country. But this same government, they are saying the casualties that is happening caused by this Fulani terrorist organization. And the government is not paying attention. But when the new Fulanis troop into the borders of Nigeria, some of them run into the bush because they already know their mission. And the weapons they are going to use is being placed where they need to get it. They troop into the bushes of Nigeria. They keep abducting people, kidnapping, killing your soldiers, killing everybody they see, raping women, raping. When they jump out of the bush, because they know they are settled, they already have the power. They have known you're in and out. The thing that this government, led by Maskwara, called Buhari, will not do any other thing but taking these people and putting them, giving them food parcels, blessing them, giving them clothes. That is the only thing that this mask-wearer government of the Zoological Republic called Nigeria is going to be doing for you. Because the plans, the same plan that happened in Afghanistan, it is not it is not stopped yet in Nigeria. The only way it will stop is to start to continue where Mazi Nnamdi Kano left off. If the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra tell themselves the truth, the leaders of the East, the leaders of the South, the leaders of so-called South, the blood brothers of the Igbos who call themselves different. If you all will tell yourselves the truth, you will understand that these Fulanese that you are running in and out to, these Fulanese that you are paying your homage to, these Fulanese that you are bowing down to, these terrorists, so that you will get presidency 2023. Those Fulanese are the same Fulani who are integrating their Boko Haram and their Fulani jihadists into your community, into your leadership. Okay, take it. The last I checked, Nigeria even have a death sentence in their constitution. The last time I checked, they have death sentence in their constitution. Or maybe they amended it yesterday that I don't know anymore. If my brain serves me right, there is death sentence. Are you only sentencing the people of the South, not the Boko Haram or the Fulani jihadists who is opening the border that they are passing through to come in? When they troop in, these people, they are being trained. They are animal. These people have no soul, and yet these are the same people that you are going to integrate. Okay, since Nigeria is very very good, they don't kill people or they don't prosecute criminal. Why don't you pack these people and send them back to where they came from? Since you are so good, your prison does not harbor repented Boko Haram or repented Fulani terrorists. The same people who kidnap children, the same people whom you paid a bounty to return the children, the same people into the society of Nigeria that you may officialize their work, raping the women and killing families, extrajudicial killings in the South. And the people in the North who call themselves, is it Hausa people? You guys are better than this. You guys are Egyptians. You guys are actually the true Pharaoh. And you are allowing this mask wearer to dictate for you. Allowing this mask wearer to bring his fellow terrorists and put them into your society. And they keep killing you because you keep allowing them. You believe that the people of the South are your problem. You believe that Biafrans are your problem. But you are being cut down each and every minute of the day. And yet you don't reason. It will only get worse. The Taliban were recruiting inside Afghanistan. The Taliban were coming in inside Afghanistan under the watch of Britain, under the watch of America. The Taliban were recruiting. How come those intelligent who call themselves the people of the West, how come they never stopped it? Why they didn't stop it? Almighty America run away, cowardly. Do you know why? They cannot stop it because they placed it to be like that. They made it to be like that. Why would they want to stop it? At a point early this year, Nigeria was recognized as a refugee country. Do you know why? Nigeria was recognized, Nigerians was recognized across the Western Hemisphere that the citizens of Nigeria are refugees, or Nigeria is now a recognized refugees. Do you know why? Because they know you treasure their country. They know you always dream to go to America, to go to England. They are giving you a license to keep running away. They are giving you a license to keep running away so that by the time it gets like this, by the time it gets like this, they will not be able to, they will not spend too much money to evacuate you. So by the time it gets that way, they don't need to spend a lot to evacuate you because that is what they've been planning. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delayed these tactics, delayed this plan. That's why he's rotting in the DSS holding custody. The only news you hear about him, we have seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Does it mean that when you take a picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or you record a voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, does it mean he's going to disappear from DSS holding custody? You've been in Nigeria. You know what Nigeria is. Do what you know how to do, Barrister Ejiofor. Do know what you know how to do. No matter how much they threat you, no matter how much they push you, don't fall on their side. Keep moving. Your people are going to be behind you. It is this battle is not for you to gain fame because you're already known in the whole world. But you need to prove to the whole world that you are known for doing what you know how to do best. Rain that is about to fall, that is this cloud that is changing, this cloud that is coming to the face of the sky and changing it into a rain. Don't let it happen. You can stop that. So you are compromised. We've seen cases around the world. We have cases around the world. We have never seen a case of a person, even the biggest terrorist in America, the biggest terrorist in America They show them on the media. They show them on media. The biggest terrorists, when they are arrested, they show them on the media. So why don't you request for a constitutional right, for a human right of your Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It will stop, it will save if you can do that. If you can do that, it is going to save many lives. So welcome back. We are interrupted again. So, according to the Senate president, or the senator, sorry, he said that the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every other Biafrans, IPOB, are chasing away from the bush were the criminals, were these same criminals that are inside your society. Those are the same criminals that are being sent away from the bush, from raping and killing your mothers when they go to the farm. They are the same criminals that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is been fighting against to make sure that his people are free from extrajudicial killing. And no justice is served when these things happen. That's the anger of every other person around the world. No justice is being served. Why is it so? Let's continue.
Colleagues, I want to talk specifically. Ask ourselves is, if somebody is a criminal and he is in the forest, what is he doing inside there? And we want to paper over matters of this nature to please whatever. What we want to say is simple. We either want to solve this problem, and in order to solve the problem, the desideratum is that all criminal elements that are coming into this country from wherever they are must be flushed out. Simply sit up.
All the criminals that are coming inside this country, these are government themselves. These are government themselves, parliament. They know that there are criminal elements themselves. The government themselves are actually also campaigning the same thing you are campaigning on the ground. Then the dictatorship regime cannot listen to it. Rather, because they are his people. He's been paid to wear a mask just to sit there and be called Mr. President all the time. The same man that this old man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bowing down to. The same boy, a mask wearer. He's bowing down to him just to prove to you, just to keep deceiving you the more. These are the people that are leading you. These are the people that will lead you into running after a moving plane. That's why they declared you a refugees, so that you start leaving the country, make it easy for them, so that they will plant their terrorists. Because these terrorists, they reform them. They have the remote of these terrorists. That's why they want to remove you. Because they know that we Africans, we can be selfish. We don't want to stand to fight to delay us. We are always in a hurry. We just want to run out there to go and make it. On the process of making it, make a mistake. Make a mistake. If you are not sent back for those terrorists to devour you, so ask yourself, does these people love you? Let's continue.
Mr. President, like my colleagues have said, we have a national crisis on our hands. And it's a national crisis that has been devoid of leadership, both politically and morally. And we must say it the way it is. We must say it the way it is. Mr. President, let me give you a little statistics. Between 2017 and May 2020, there have been 654 attacks.
654 attack.
2,539 killed.
2,539 killed. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see the time frame.
Mr. President, let me give you a little statistics. Between 2017 and May 2020, there have been 654 attacks, 2,539 killed, 393 wounded, 253 kidnapped, 16 raped, 7,582 homes destroyed. That is an analysis that has been done by a research firm that is based in Brussels on what has happened in this country. And I listen to us here. For us to be saying that they're not Nigerians, it's an indictment on our leadership.
Thank you.
That people are coming into this country, they're maiming our people, they're killing our people, they're raping our people.
It is an indictment of the leadership. Indictment of the leadership. The leaders are saying it themselves. It's not like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one saying it, because they lock him up, they shut him up. The leaders are saying it themselves. It is an indictment to the leadership. And yet, this guy wearing a mask still they're just delaying everything to make sure that 2023 comes. When 2023 comes, they will do their magic again. You must understand, whether they put an Igbo man there, whether they put a Yoruba man there, whether they put anybody from the south there, It is a tool that they are placing there. They are just placing a face. And that face, you will be looking at that face, you will be getting carried away. And lose sight of the bigger picture. That's why it's very important. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not come out, there will be no election in the eastern region. The people must claim their authority. The people must claim their power because you people gave this power to these few people. To these few people. How many are they? How many are they? 36 states of governorship, 36 representative, and how many are the rest of them? But you are having more than 100 million people being lied to, being marginalized out of 200 million people. Or maybe you are having 65% of the country being marginalized by minorities who invaded Nigeria. The way the Taliban's have invaded Afghanistan now. Who are you to blame? Yourself. Let's continue.
And we are saying they are not Nigerian. And yet these are the same security people that we are now going to promote to be ambassadors of this country, representing this country. It's an indictment. And it's not acceptable.
This is a senator.
I represent a border community that's bordering some neighboring towns, neighboring countries. I went there over the weekend. The whole place has been destroyed by all these herdsmen. People's earnings, people's life has been destroyed.
This is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is held in DSS custody. Because he is fighting what this senator is fighting today. He is avoiding what this senator is crying about today. But most of them, they woke up too late. They woke up too late. How long shall they kill our prophets? How long shall we stand aside and look? We need to change. We need to decolonize. Those that are in the hierarchy of this struggle, if you mess up, you know you are not going to escape it. Maybe they will also build you a house in abroad. Maybe, because that's what they always promise you. And you are forgetting that the book that we fulfill, there will be no abroad. It will be only home. Remember, Third World War is imminent. Third World War is inevitable. There will be no abroad. There will be only home. Remember how it happened? COVID-19. It was scary, but you forget so soon. What is to come? It is more scarier than COVID-19. That you will never forget in your generation to come. That's why I say, those who are promised, or those who promise you that they will give you a house and immunity in abroad, there will be no abroad to go that time because it is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. It is the only place where there will be peace when it is happening. So it is up to you to make your decision. It is up to you to know to listen to hoodlums. It is up to you to listen to compromised people instead of listening to the leaders that before that comes after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am not campaigning for the leaders of Biafrans. I am not a friend to any of them, and I don't care to know any of them. But at the end of the day, we must give them a try. Let them fail us first. But we must not take our mind off this media war. We keep fighting. We keep pushing. We keep praying until something happens. Otherwise, there will be no election in the East. There will be no election in the East. They already knew and they already know that people can say things and keep it because power belongs to the people. So bear that in mind. If Mazen Nnamdi does not come out, there will be no election in the South. There will be no election in the South East precisely, South precisely. If the people of Oduduwa are straightforward people, if they can live this fear they have and focus on their freedom, they will do the same thing to save even Sunday Iboho. Because now is the time to know those who call themselves I am hardcore Biafra. So many of you say I am hardcore Biafra. Now is the time to know those who are hardcore. So many of leaders of Biafrans, they can't say what they know because they are scared. So many of them are in the queue to go into a payroll of the wicked Nigeria terrorists.